and now here, at home. I tried reasoning with them, threatening them with the police, but they'd laughed and filmed my frustration. It would be hard to prove they were breaking any law, and they knew it. The last thing I wanted was to take them to court to explain why I wasn't a danger to society. I dropped the curtain and faced my wife. She was standing behind a dining chair in her long, puffy coat, not even attempting to hide the fact that she'd been out back for a cigarette. Neither of us had slept well since Ali went up against that website, and we were both slipping into bad habits, doing things we shouldn't. "I told you not to carry on with this," Gabrielle said. Her grey eyes were murky from exhaustion, and a tight pink line had replaced the smile that usually came so readily to her lips. "Protecting our daughter is not carrying on." "Ah, right. So protecting her means making it 10 times worse. I get it now. This isn't my fault. Try calling her again." "Her phone's still off. I've already left her 3 messages." Gabrielle sighed. "Oh, I don't know. She's probably fine." "No call? No text? She's 16. It's Friday night." We weren't religious. Bacon sandwich Jews, that's what I called us. But both Gabrielle and I were brought up in Orthodox houses that stayed in on Shabbat. We hadn't raised Ali and Mitchell that way, and we didn't partake in all the holy stuff, like lighting the candles and saying the prayers, but we still set the table nicely, placemats and everything, and ate a family meal. It was the one time of the week everyone came together. As the children grew older, the further I felt them slipping away from me, and the more important those couple of hours had become. Ali was out most of the time these days. She was a teenager with an active social life, but on Fridays she always came straight home from school. Always. I pointed to Gabrielle's phone. "Anything from her friends?" "Jasmine said they had lunch together." "That's it?" "That's it." "You called all her friends?" "The ones I know." I grabbed a couple of wine glasses from the sideboard, poured myself a drink from an open bottle of red, and nodded to Gabrielle. She shook her head. "Go easy. It's still early." I sipped the wine and peered round the curtain again. My chest seized as I saw a man handing a leaflet to one of our neighbours, who accepted it with a bemused expression. They were trying to intimidate me into withdrawing the injunction. That much was clear. But I told Ali I wouldn't. "Promise me, Dad," she'd said, "no matter what they try." She didn't come to me for help much these days. It's our kids who outgrow us, never the other way round. So I'd promised. I didn't want to break that. But what if those men were the reason she wasn't home? What if they had her in the back of a van, and their next move was to start sending us pieces of our daughter in the post? Gabrielle moved round the table and took my hands. Her fingers were cold, so I lifted them to my mouth and warmed them with my breath. "Alison's got her own life," she said. "We don't know half the things she gets up to." I stopped warming and looked at my wife in the eye. "Something's wrong. I know it is." Fear is infectious, especially when it's paired with conviction. Gabrielle's reassuring air slipped, and I saw that her bravado had been an act to convince herself, as much as me, that our daughter was safe. Her chin trembled. "So, go out there. Speak to them." "I've tried speaking to them." She fixed me with a stare that could break rocks. "If you think those men have any..."